If you've been wondering when AI will finally become practical enough for you to use in your everyday life, it's here. Well, it's almost here. If you've heard about AI in the news and think it's either going to destroy humanity or it's just in the realm of software engineers, and you're wondering, why should I care? This is why you should care. Today, we're going to look at some real world, honest to goodness, human use case applications of AI with a brand new tool called Manus. The promise of Manus is to kind of fully automate a task on your computer. You type in some simple commands, maybe give it some data or some websites to go off of, but really you can just type in some simple, here's what I'm looking for. Can you please go create a report, create a spreadsheet, create a website for me? And Manus will go off, create a little mini computer inside of your computer and do a whole bunch of research and compilation and data analysis if need be, and give you the results. Now, it's currently kind of hit the buzzword scene, and I can't get into it right now. It's only by invitation, and I've requested access. Maybe I'll get in at some point. But one of the cool things that Manus has done is they've allowed people to run their tasks, run their demos basically, and then they can save that entire workflow and you can watch it in real time, recreate what the initial task was. And you can go click on the websites, you can click on the data, whatever the output was, you can actually see that. And that's kind of cool so that we're not all recreating the wheel every time. So you can see it here on their website. They've got their intro video, then they've got their use case gallery where they have a whole bunch of different pre-recorded, pre-done tasks that are very, very good. And I think you can submit your task and let them create it for you. But back to their use case gallery. One of the reasons I was excited about seeing all of this and that I wanted to talk real briefly about Manus is that I feel like so many of these AI systems, especially these agentic systems, the ones that are semi-autonomous that go off and you can just give it some information and it goes off and completes a task for you. I feel like so many of these are full of examples of JSON files and Python programming and Excel spreadsheets. That is great, and that's a strong suit. But not all of us understand that. Not all of us are using JSON and Python in our daily life. I'm coming in now from just a casual user standpoint, trying to figure out how does AI fit into my daily life, my actual day-to-day household activities. So I was super excited to see, and I just wanted to kind of highlight a few of these use cases because I think they're really interesting, and I can immediately imagine a use for me right now using these. The first one is this trip to Japan, and you can see the prompt is basically, I need a 7-day Japan itinerary for certain dates with a budget, 2 people. They talk about what they like, historic sites, hidden gems, culture, talk about the area that they want to explore. And then basically it just says, oh, they're planning to propose. Oh, that's pretty sweet. But they're just asking for a detailed itinerary, a simple HTML travel handbook with maps, attraction description, essential phrases, and travel tips. So basically he's saying, here's our budget, here's the region that we're interested in, here's how many people, can you please put together a trip for me? And it goes off over here and it does all the work. You've seen that kind of playing while I've been talking. And what it comes back with is perfect. It's got a 7-day itinerary, where you arrive, what you're doing, proposal locations, because he mentioned he's planning to propose. So they've got some photography considerations. The morning light is good for photos, privacy level, weather options, special notes. So you can see it's just several options. That's really well thought out. You can view all of the files that it comes up with, a to-do list, do some research. Oh, look, it's got it checked off because, of course, Manus has already done several of these things. The thing that I thought was really nice and helpful, it has Japanese phrases and tips, kind of common things you might need to know, basic expressions, please and thank you, travel and transportation. And along with that basic expressions, dining and food, emergency and help, it's got tips on general etiquette, because when you're traveling to another culture, you don't know what you don't know. And it's really nice to kind of explain, this is the common courtesy in that culture. You might want to brush up on that if you don't want to feel out of place. So overall, I was just really impressed with that. I thought it did a fantastic job. So if I was planning a trip, I would definitely be interested in using something like this, especially a big trip. A trip to a new place, a new culture where you, like I said, you don't know what you don't know. So I thought that was really well done. The next one that I thought was really worth taking a look at was this one in education, an interactive course on the momentum theorem, which sounds kind of boring, honestly, but the prompt is, I'm a middle school physics teacher preparing to teach the law of conservation of momentum. Could you create a clear and accurate presentation for me to give my students? Which is, I mean, hey, any help we can give our teachers, I am all for it. So that's fantastic. But on another level, this could be anything I'm trying to learn about or my student is trying to learn about. Hey, I'm trying to understand the law of conservation of momentum, or I'd like to know more about organic chemistry or physics or trigonometry. Could you please present something to help break it down and present it in a format that I can learn and understand a little bit better? And you can see here, it has created a web page for them, complete with interactive buttons. And I just thought, oh, wow, this is pretty great. You can play around. It allows you to change the mass of the balls and the velocity. I just think that's really well done. It's got different types of collisions, explosions, real world examples. If you want some ice skaters pushing off of each other, I mean, that's pretty great. So whether you're presenting this to students or you are a student yourself trying to understand, there's just so many applications this could be used for. So the last one that I wanted to take a look at is this customized personal meditation audio. So somebody just wanted to do a simple 5-minute meditation audio. My name is Wayne. I like the ocean. So it's going to go through and create a customized meditation, and it's an interesting idea to create a personalized experience if I get tired of the same thing over and over, but I like the same format. But I will say this is one where Manus kind of did not impress me. Here we go, we can play the meditation. It's got ocean volume, voice volume.
Hello, Wayne. Welcome to this ocean meditation. Find a comfortable position, either sitting or lying down. Allow your body.
I think that was supposed to be the ocean noise, that kind of ksh, 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 ksh. So you can see that this one didn't work 100%. Obviously, this is not a finished product. It's a work in progress. That one I just found amusing. And the voice was a little non-calming to me. But I can start to see where I was looking at Sesame the other day, the voice model that's trying to become more human and nuanced and warm and comforting. And if you attached the Sesame voice to something like this, where you could create a new script, a new format for a meditation, maybe get some better background noises, but you really could start customizing meditations or affirmations or, whatever you're trying to do for yourself. You could start having day-to-day new creations on the fly. So those are just a few of the cases I wanted to highlight because they were so real world and so immediate. This is definitely the way that AI is heading. And I just think it's exciting to see how real world, real life, regular human, useful it's going to become. Thanks for watching. See you next time.